Hi, my name is Kat Manning, and I will be discussing the impact of cloud computing. Cloud computing is the practice of using networks of remote servers hosted by the internet to store data rather than using a local server or personal device. This allows people to share more information with each other. In this video, I will be discussing the purpose of cloud computing, the effects and impacts it has on society, the technical aspects, and the relationship cloud computing has to data. On this page, I will be discussing the purpose of cloud computing. I will indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. Cloud computing, as described by Wikipedia, is a kind of internet-based computing that provides shared processing resources and data to computers and other devices on demand. Cloud computing is a storage solution that provides users with the ability to store and process their data by a third-party center. If you look at the picture on the right, you can see that various different devices are trying to home into one general user. It also provides the speed and manageability of sharing data between users. Over time, cloud computing has gradually become a highly demanded utility due to the advantages of high computing power, cheap cost of services, high performance, scalability, accessibility, as well as its availability. If you look to the picture on the right, you can see that various different users are trying to home into one general server. On this page, I will be discussing the impacts and effects of cloud computing. Cloud computing has more benefits than it does harms. Cloud computing has plenty of benefits for businesses, especially, but it also impacts society as a whole. Cloud computing allows businesses to set up what is essentially a virtual office to give them flexibility of connecting to their business anywhere at any time. It also allows businesses to access data easier. As you can see in the graph to the left, it has increased productivity and access to information. Society gets to experience similar benefits as the businesses do. Cloud computing allows society to store more information on their devices. It also allows them to share data through the cloud into other personal devices or non-personal. As I stated above, cloud computing has a large effect on society. It allows people the ability to store more data than ever before. I conducted a survey asking participants to answer a few questions on cloud computing. The graph below shows the average results of the questions involving how much they believe cloud computing impacts society. As you can see by the graph, there is more votes for a greater impact than none at all. One field other than computer science, which is innovation, has impacted or has had the potential to impact would be the business field as stated above. It allows businesses to share data with other businesses with ease. Tablets and smartphones that have cloud computing makes it easier at the top of your finger to access and send tons of information. This is a positive benefit because it speeds up the process of business meetings, or it can even completely eliminate them. I now have a short video that describes how businesses use cloud computing.
You have big ideas to streamline your business and drive sales through the roof. But to get there, your ideas need business apps. And business apps have always been too expensive, especially in times like these. Behind each one is a world of complexity. They need a data center with office space, power, cooling, bandwidth, networks, servers, and storage. A complicated software stack, and a team of experts to install, configure, and run them. You need development, testing, staging, production, and failover environments. And when there's a problem, good luck. You call technical support, and they don't know, so they blame someone else. Oh, and when new versions come out, you would upgrade, but that might bring the whole system down. Now, this is for one app. When you multiply these headaches across dozens or hundreds of apps, it's easy to see why the biggest companies with the best IT departments aren't getting the apps they need. Small businesses don't have a chance. Cloud computing is a better way to run your business. Instead of running your apps yourself, they run on a shared data center. You just plug in, like a utility. This makes it fast to get started and it costs less. It's like Gmail compared to Microsoft Exchange. With Gmail, do you need servers and storage? No. Do you need a technical team to keep it up and running? No. Do you have to do upgrades? No. When you use any app that runs in the cloud, you just log in, customize it, and start using it. That's the power of cloud computing. This model is so much better.
I hope that video helped your understanding a little bit more. On this page, I will be discussing how cloud computing uses technology. Cloud computing was designed to be very easy to interact with. It is actually one of the main features that the innovation takes pride in. The way it works is servers, storage, applications, and services are accessed via a common network. If you look to the picture to the right, you can see there's many different applications trying to home into one server and network. The networks are shared between organizations that can be accessed by users. A user can be a member of an organization, independent workers, customers, or just members of a general public. The resources that cloud computing offer can be easily viewed and released with minimal effort or service provider interaction. Cloud computing was created to make the lives of the user more simple. Cloud computing relies greatly on the internet to be able to work. In one way, the cloud is used as a metaphor for the internet. So in a way, cloud computing can be referred to as a type of internet-based computing. Cloud computing uses web browsers on the internet so general users can access it. The server, storage, and applications are delivered to a computer or device through the internet. Cloud computing also uses networks with large groups of servers with specialized connections to spread data processing across. Most cloud computing services require websites as well, which can only be accessed through the internet. In the video below, a common person is using cloud computing in a way that any person in society can.
Cloud computing is having luxury to save information on a computer hard drive and make a computer crash. It also allows us to share information.
I hope that helps you see how easy it is for the average person to use cloud computing. On this page, I will be discussing how cloud computing uses data. Cloud computing stores data by means of standard technologies. Data is entered or inputted into the server by a user, and by using cloud computing, the data is stored for any organization member or user to access. The data is then produced when a user goes to the browser and accesses the data stored in the cloud. This process makes it easier for a big business, workers, or even family members to share data and information with one another over a unified server. By pursuing this innovation, it also improves the amount of data you can store on any given device. Cloud computing poses privacy concerns because the service provider can access the data that is in the cloud at any time. It has the ability to either accidentally or intentionally delete or alter information. Law and government also have the ability to access information from the server if the cloud service allows them to. Private cloud is obviously more secure than the public cloud because the user has direct control, unlike public cloud, where someone else has the control of the information. As cloud computing is becoming more popular, sites are becoming to create more strict privacy policies to reduce these issues. Also, users can encrypt data that is processed or stored within the cloud to prevent unauthorized access. This makes users require a key to access the data stored. An example is a picture to the right. My final page is my references page, where I have all the resources I use for my website listed. My most useful resource was Wikipedia, where it gave me as much information as I possibly could have asked for. Coming back to the impacts page, looking at the graph I generated from a survey I created on Google Forms, I was able to post my survey on a website where several people were able to access it. The data I collected from there was then put onto a Google spreadsheet where I was then able to generate a graph off of the spreadsheet. Also coming back to my technology page, looking at the video I generated by asking a member of society how they use cloud computing, I was able to videotape the video off of my cell phone. I then uploaded the video onto YouTube and was able to use the YouTube video editor to cut and paste different clips and make it into one smooth video. I was then able to publish the video onto my YouTube account and make it public so anyone was able to access my video. For my banner and for my logo, I used Pixlr Editor to use layers and text to create the words on top of a picture. For my animation, I used a GIF animator creator where I uploaded 3 different pictures and made them the same size so that it could create my moving picture. How I created my website was by using the cPanel HTML editor. I created each page of my website by personally putting in each individual HTML code to personally style each web page the way I wanted to. The page we are looking at now is the impacts page, where I have individually set up every header, included the banner, included the logo. Here I included several different pictures, including the picture from my graph. I used paragraph text to individually place 3 different paragraphs to answer the 3 different topics. I also have similar HTML codes on each page where I use the style.css sheet to make a general theme throughout my entire website, where I created align text, button text, footers for each page in various different fonts for the paragraphs, as well as padding, and as well as a background cover and header color for each page. Thank you for listening to my video, and for more information, you can click on the link below and access my website. Thank you.